Thanks, Lucy. Sorry, it was a bit of a finger slip there. Morning, Malibongwe. Just Dean made mention of the fast bowlers there and how the wickets could be tailor-made for them. How is young Gerald Coetzee coming along in the squad? Because it is a very settled pace attack and he's a newbie in the side and, of course, very exciting time for him.
Yeah, he's very excited. He's settled in very well. Luckily for me, I've worked with him at under 19 level. And yeah, I knew that he was going to come in and bring in a lot of energy and a lot of pace. And he's impressed a lot of the guys in the squad who haven't seen a lot of him. So from that side, we, as a collective, we're quite excited on what he's bringing into the group. And I know from his side, he's grasping and he's asking a lot of questions from all the other bowlers, which is always great for me as a coach to see a young player coming into the squad, willing to learn, willing to try different things. Yeah, from that side, we're quite excited for what he's bringing. And I know speaking to him, he's also very excited and looking forward to the opportunity that is been given.
Thanks, Morgan. We'll go Mia, then Fidos.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for the opportunity, Coach. If memory serves me correct, we do play a 4-day warm-up match before the actual test series begins. Can you just speak to the importance of that match, just in terms of getting used to the conditions, and will it give you a fair idea of who the starting 11 will be?
Yeah, we do play one warm-up game. It's one very first-class game, so it will work in our favor in the fact that we want to get all the batters getting a chance to bat, and our bowlers, we can monitor them because we've gone hard for the first 3 days that we've been here. And it is important for us. Luckily, some of our guys are coming off some good performances back home, but getting here and being exposed into the wickets, this game is very crucial for us, and it is important for each and every one of us from that point of view.
Thanks, Amir. Fidos, then Telford.
Dean's spoken a little bit about just his relationship with you, and also before he left, he kind of mentioned how much in favor he was of you getting the interim role. Could you talk to us a little bit about your relationship with him and just how you see the two of you gelling, whether it's for this short time or perhaps for a longer time in the future?
Yeah, it was quite an exciting to actually get the opportunity to work with Dean. I have worked with him, obviously not in the same capacity, and our relationship is strong, and it's really based on hard work. So we're quite similar in the sense of what we are looking for in terms of the team and the performance itself. And like I said, when I joined the team with the guys, I'm here to support Dean in every way to make sure that he not only gets what's won, but he makes sure that he gets the guys on side in terms of performance is concerned. So for me, in that point, it has been a nice start to our journey, so to speak.
Thanks, Fidos. Telford, then Zahir.
How's it, Malibongwe? Just listening to Dean yesterday and the questions he was asked by the Australian press, it's fairly obvious that they're still obsessed with what happened in 2018 and Sandpaper Gate and all that. Would you agree that for South Africans, it's history and it's just not that big a deal?
Yeah, most definitely for us, especially for this group of players. I mean, a handful of us were involved in that series, and I know it changed people's careers, but for us, being on the other side of the spectrum, it was an unfortunate incident, and where we are now, it's way back then. We're just looking forward for this opportunity for us to be here and be able to compete against the strong team.
Great. Zahir, then Ongama.
Hi, Mani, how are you?
How's it, Zai?
Just, Mani, we understand that teams play, test cricket in a different way, and South Africa have a particular way of playing. But when you look at the way when they've taken on the red ball game over the last 6 months, do you feel that there is a little bit of pressure on teams around the world to that's the style of test cricket that you must play to get people back in the grounds and keep this this wonderful game of ours alive?
Yeah, I mean, there's different takes to getting people on the ground. I mean, we know if you start winning, people will still come to the ground. And in this new era for cricket, where T20 cricket is really dominating and is pulling the crowd, I mean, the Australian of old, they made out a goal to make sure that they're scoring around fours to get people onto the ground. And they were still winning cricket games, so it was a win-win for them. And for us, it's really about going out there and winning. And we know that back home, people will support a winning team regardless of what happens. And that's what we're looking to set our stalls on. Obviously, we want to play good, attractive cricket, brave cricket. But first and foremost, we want to make sure that Test cricket is there to be played for 5 days, and if it means we win on the last session on the 5th day, so that we'll take that. Yeah.
Ongama? Oh, perfect. Mali, you've answered his question.
Okay.
Is anyone else that would like a follow-up question? Yeah, Talford and then Fidos.
Malibongwe, a few members of your squad were also in Australia not long ago at the T20 World Cup.
Yep.
And of course we all know what happened there. How confident are you that you've been able to, as a coach and as a coaching staff, get them over that disappointment and get them ready for what they're going to have to go do now?
Yeah, for us, for Dean and myself, speaking for myself mainly, it's totally different formats, and we have made sure that mentally and physically the guys have gotten a little bit of a longer break, and we've gotten here now. The focus for us has been how we're going to go about to win the series, and the players that were here during the World Cup have contributed in many sense in terms of the conditions, by the way it was T20 conditions, but we have been challenging them just to make sure that they're putting the energy into the team, which is what they've done. And it being Test cricket, it brings in different pressures. So from that point of view, the mental switch, I feel, has definitely happened, and earlier than we expected in terms of the energies that we've received from them. So it's been positive so far.
Fidos and Zahia?
Manu, part of the talk that everybody kind of mentions before the series is just that they will expect some sort of off-field or kind of like behind-the-scenes drama, and I guess history kind of supports that. What do you do to prepare the team for, if something pops up from sort of like out of the blue that threatens to derail just your plans and maybe just cause a little bit of like fun off the field, or maybe it won't be fun, but drama? Like, how do you prepare them for that?
Yeah, it's difficult, but our experience tells us, each series has had its own hiccups in terms of drama, so to say. For us, mentally, it's in about cricket. What is required for us to come here and win? That's been the driving force for us. And whatever comes up, we've got enough personnel, we've got enough support for the team to make sure we deal with whatever situation that we might encounter.
Thanks, Fidos. Then we'll look to wrap up with Zahia if there are no further questions.
Mali, just a personal thing on your coaching style. Over the years, we've seen there's a lot more composed, a lot more relaxed, in a good manner in what you bring to the side. Is that the way that you complement Dean, the fire and ice type of system in the setup?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Like I said, for me, the most important thing and the only way I can affect the game is through preparation. And I know the guys are not liking me at the moment in the sense that we've had some really hard sessions. And once the game starts, I hand over, and the biggest thing then is how do we support the players as a coaching staff, and consistently asking ourselves questions on how we can actually turn the game around or how we can stay ahead in the game, and giving that information to the players and to Dean, and keep making sure that we support them. But I would say I'm more relaxed in terms of when the game starts. I know I'll be comfortable that we've done all the work and we've done everything that's required for us to go out there and perform. And everything else then is down to the players. And for each and every one of us as a coaching staff, I always encourage us not to get in the way of the players, just to trust the work that we've done and make sure that the environment is conducive for them to perform.